Hi, welcome to our finance number. Hi, I'm Afif. Please come in. Okay, so what are we going to do today? We are going to have around, go around and look what's happening in Travelpreneur right now. Let's go. Okay, here are our admin and finance department. Say hi, guys. Say hi. This is our CFO of Travelpreneur, Mr. Faisal. Yep. And here is our CEO of Travelpreneur, Dr. Hanafia. Yes. Okay, next is sales and marketing department. Say hi, guys. Welcome to robotic lab. So they are our robotic engineer and they are doing R&D for our products. So say hi, guys. Hi. Welcome to Maker's Lab. Please. Okay, here our team are doing 3D modeling, 3D scanning and 3D printing. So here are our 3D printers. And this is our 3D sample. And right now, they are one of our 3D printing. Say hi, Karen. Okay. Now we are heading to our gallery. Let's go. Okay. This is our robotic wheelchair for disabled persons. And this is our human robot, robot, and now robots. This is our 3D printer, 3D printers product, and our 3D hologram fans.
下午好，你能告诉我哪里可以买火车票吗？
你可以去位于你右侧的售票机那里买票。
啊，谢谢。
不客气。
El tren para la capital, ¿en dónde está? Mira, que lo necesito llegar, pero ya. Llevo tiempo buscando y todo eso. Yo no entiendo lo que quieres decir ahí, por favor.
¿A qué hora sale su tren?
Tenemos que llegar ahí a tiempo porque si no, no vamos a llegar al aeropuerto porque mi marido aquí se empeñó en llegar aquí sin Google Maps y estamos 15 minutos en tráfico. 15.
Ay, mira, tú con esos tacones que tienes, por eso llegamos tarde a todas partes.
¿Mis tacones míos?
Hay un tren que sale a las 12:10. ¿Será ese el suyo?
Sí, ese es.
¿Dónde queda?
Lo tiene a su derecha, en el andén 3. No se preocupe, tardará 2 minutos en llegar. El tren sale dentro de 6 minutos.
Ay, qué bien, ¿eh? Muchísimas gracias. Tal vez debería haberme casado contigo.
¿En serio? Siempre quise un anillo de compromiso. Les deseo un buen viaje.
¿Estás coqueteando con mi mujer?
No.
No, pero... No entiendo qué...
Suriname man har jag det delta 3 dagar vi kan ni tell er våra Robbie Printer. Bye bye.
Suasana hari raya. Dan mententeramkan jiwa. Kuih dan muih beraneka macam. Makanlah jangan hanya dipandang. Ketupat rendang sila nikmati. Kawan penat memasak malam kepada.
Alright, hello everyone. So today we will start our basic Python 3 online training. So I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Fatimah. So I will be your course coordinator for this online training. So for this class we will start at 11 o'clock. Before that I will give you like for some introduction on the class. So on the Python 3. So basically nowadays Python is used worldwide because it has very many functions, and then you can apply it for example in the machine learning and also data science. So there is a lot of functions or a lot of things that you can do by using Python software language. So while we're waiting for the other participants, now there is like 35 participants, and I'm sorry because for our YouTube channel there's a problem, technical issues, so we could not give you guys the specific link for YouTube. So if you guys have Facebook, or you could just use the link that I have given to you so that you can view the online training through the internet or through your own Facebook. So good morning, Inaldo Joyrin. Is that correct? I'm not sure whether I pronounce it right. Okay. So okay, before that, if you guys have any questions or if you want to interact with me during this class, so you guys could just use the chat box. So you guys could just comment anything or any questions that you have. So Waalaikumsalam Hafiz, yes, from Perlis, and also Carrie. Is that, yeah, Carrie? Hey, hello. Okay, so I hope you guys will enjoy this class. And okay, this class is basically focusing on the basics. So if you guys don't have any basics in Python programming, it's okay. We'll start from the basics. But if you guys already have the basics and already have experience in using Python, just give it like time for you guys to revise by following this online training class. Alright, so we will start our online training class right now, and I would like to tell you guys that for this class we will use the Google Colab for our platform to execute the Python. So if you guys don't have any Google Gmail account, it is very I highly encourage you guys to create your own Google account so that you guys could follow up with the process. Okay. Alright. So right now I will try to open a new window. Okay. So if you guys already have your Gmail account, you guys could just type Google Colab. So this is the platform that we are going to use for our online training. Okay. So you click on the Google Colab. Alright, for you guys, if you are new in Google Colab, make sure that you guys Yes, Muhammad Hafiz. So actually, if you want to execute the Python, you don't really need to run it on Ubuntu. But right now, I'm using Ubuntu, yes. But if you guys are using Windows, it's okay. Alright, so when you guys are new in Google Colab, make sure you click on the new notebook. Okay. Alright, so now we are in the platform or the place where we will execute our own Python. So you guys could just like rename this like Python online training or whatever name that you guys wanted to give it. So are you guys actually okay with the Google Colab? So if you guys are okay, we could actually proceed with our online training. So you guys could give us like a feedback on the chat box if you guys are okay. So we could proceed with our training. Okay, we will start with our training now. Alright. Okay. So today is 20th May. This is our Python 3 online training. So this is basically a introduction about myself. So I'm a robotics engineer at Robotpreneur Sendirian Berhad. So I have been experienced in Python 3 for about 3 years, doing small projects and also doing the projects for during my university. And now we will see first on what you will learn today for this free Python 3 online training. So basically we will first start with the introduction to Python 3 programming, and then we will see on the Python data types and also the operation, for example on how you want to define or create a variable using Python. And then also there is like specific operations that you can do, such as arithmetic operations and etc. by using Python. And we'll also learn about the Python control structure, such as if you want to use a if and else, or also while and etc. And we also see on the functions that we have, like for, if you guys are familiar with programming, like for and etc. And um, we will also learn about on how to import modules using Python modules. We will see a video after this on how to like import modules. For example, if you want to do estimation or data analysis, so we will see on the package or the modules that you can use to execute the data analysis that you wanted. Oh, can you please repeat on starting Google Colab? Okay. So I'll start. Okay, if you guys, it is for you guys to have the Google Colab, to use it, you guys have to create or have your own Gmail account. And then after you already have your own Gmail account, type Google Colab. Alright, so you click on the Google Colab. Alright, so when you are in your first time using this Google Colab, you click on new notebook. Okay. Okay, this is the platform or the place that you guys are going to execute your own Python. So after you have created it, and then you can just rename whatever that you wanted, such as the Python online trading. Okay, so okay, when you want to execute a Python coding, you just click on this code, plus code, so you can just like execute the coding inside this platform. Alright, is it okay, Zuraini? Okay, Right. So, alright. So before we start our class, I would like to give you some information about the hands-on training or about the online training that we are conducting at Robopreneur. So basically, we have lots of trainings, hands-on training, which is consists of 2 days, and then it is located at Futurized Building, Sabajaya, Malaysia, and this is basically the hands-on training that we have, such as we can okay, Zuraini Ghazali, does it autosave? Yes, it can be autosave. Yes. So basically, we have the hands-on training on ROS, and we also have on Arduino and Design, where we will introduce you more onto what is exactly Arduino and also how to use Arduino for your own specific applications. And we also have right now we are conducting a basic Python 3, but if you guys want to go more deeply onto data analysis or computer learning, you guys can come on our hands-on training or also on our online training that will be conducted soon. So there is also the PCB fabrication training, where you can learn on how to do the printed circuit board, and lots more of trainings that we could be that is provided by our company. Alright, so now we will go on to our first section, Python 3 from hero to zero. Alright, so what is Python? So exactly, well, what we want to know about Python is that it is a general purpose interactive and also high level programming language. So it is basically works very easier, or it is more easy to understand Python or to execute Python than other languages such as C++ and etc. And the more better it is because it is a free and open source, which means that you can just download the application and then you can just execute it by yourself for your own projects, etc., and application, etc. So besides that, it is a suitable programming language for data analysis and also machine learning. So we will see on how exactly to use all of the Python modules that are available to do the specific for example, you have specific, for example, for data analysis on and also machine learning and etc., and many types of projects that you wanted to do. So why people use Python? Because it has a easier syntax, and also the quality, it is readable and maintainable, and there is also a fewer syntax construction that it appeared in Python comparing to other languages. So what can we actually do with Python? We can do scripting that is normal for programming language, and we can also do scrapping, games, and also system programming, AI, artificial intelligence, and also graphical user interfaces. So this is the example of Python commands where it is used to explain the code. For example, if you want to say that this is for the data analysis for like COVID-19 rate, right? So then you can just like use this command, and then you can actually do all of your codings at the bottom of this command. So basically this is all of the interactive Python IDE. So you can install all of this, one of them, so that you can actually execute your own Python programming in your laptop or in your computer without using the internet. So you guys can actually install one of these, and I actually highly recommend for you guys to install this one, PC, because where for example, if you have any errors or any problems in executing your programming, it can actually like identify what is the problem. It can give you a hint on how to solve the problem that you have, so that you could clear all of the errors, and then your programming is successful. Okay, so we'll go on to the variable types. So if you guys have any problems or any if you guys want me to slow down, or you guys want me to explain specifically about something, you guys can just comment on the chat box. So now we will go on to the variable types first. We can see on the variables that are available in Python. So first of all, we can see what is variable. So variable is actually a reserved memory locations to store values and data. So for example, if you have a data or information that you wanted to store in a specific variable, there is a way for you to assign to the value or the information into the variable. So the special thing about using Python is that you don't have to declare, or it doesn't have any command to declare a variable. For example, if you are familiar with C++, you actually have to declare what is the variable that you wanted to what is the value that you wanted to store in the variable. For example, integer, or is it a floating number, or is it a string. So if you're using Python, you actually do not have to declare the types of the variable types that you have. So if you see here, so this is the first variable, which is name, and then we are actually storing the John. So John is the data or the information that we have, and it is a string type variable. So when you're using Python, you don't have to actually declare for like char name, or for example. Oh, okay. What is the from Kam Song Cheng? What is the full name of the PC software? Okay, let's see. Python. I don't remember. Let's see. This PyCharm, yes. So this PyCharm, you can actually download it, and then it actually make it easier for you for your Python coding. So it can like helps you to identify the errors and give you the hint on how to solve the errors. Alright, Python Charm, yes. PyCharm. Okay. So we will go on with our lesson. Sorry. Okay, so you can see the second variable that we have. This is the second variable, which is aged, and you can see that we are storing a number, a value of a number here, 27. So in Python, you don't have to actually declare like integer aged, or for specifically for this type of data that you have, and also here where you don't really have to actually declare what type of variables that you're actually using. So this is the gender, and then you can just declare it by entering the value that you wanted inside the variable. Alright. Okay. So this is we can see the types of the variables that we have. So for example, this is the first one, number, which it consists of the numbers like 1, 2, 3, and etc. And then yes, okay. So Muhammad Fadil, PyCharm is free? Yes, it is free. Every IDE or the list the IDE that I have shown to you guys, it is all free. So you guys can just download it from the internet. Here is the list. So Jupyter is very useful for data analysis. So you guys can like take an alternative. If you guys want to do specifically for data analysis, you guys can install Jupyter. Okay. Alright, so we will go on. So for example, the variable which is string, it consists of words or names. For example, my name, Fatima. And then the third one, we have list. We will go on how to execute all of this later on. So the third one is list. For example, you have a lot of data string that you wanted to store in, so you can use list. So you can actually use list and name all of the data that you have, Adam, Alia, or Jenny. Alright, so the fourth one is tuple. So what is the difference between the list and also the tuple is that tuple, it can consist a lot of variable types. For example, if you want to enter number here, you can enter the number. Or for example, if you want to like mix all of it, you can have numbers, you can have like a string, you can have like for example, number strings and words or anything data that you want, you can just actually conceit it in one tuple. So that is the benefit of using tuple in Python programming. Oh, okay. Alright. So now we will go on to the next one, which is the dictionary. We will see on how exactly dictionary works later on. This is the example of dictionary. So you like identify that this iPhone is actually made in 2007, and also this iPhone 3G is made in 2008. So it actually like you have a specific data that you want to store and you link it with another data. And then we have the last one, which is the set. So we'll see on how to use all of them. So right now we will see on the number. So number is actually a numeric type, and numeric type, so which means that it can be integer 1 2 3 or floating number, for example 2.35, 5.35, and etc. And it also can be a complex number. So now those are the three types of number. And now we will go on to the string. So string, it is actually the characters that are enclosed in quotes. So this is the quotes. So in Python you can use the two types of quotes. So you can use this one and also this one. So both are okay. You can execute both of them in Python programming. So this is the example of string. So name is the variable, and then to assign the data or the information such as John, and then this is also the variable A, and then this is the data hello Alia, and then also this is also the example of a string. So it can consist a lot of words or anything that you wanted to type. Okay. Alright, so this is the second type of variable, which is the list. So list, it consists of arrays. So it is ordered, which means that it start from 0 and then 0, 1, 2, 3, and etc. And then it is indexed and also changeable. And it can also duplicate members. And we use the list by using this type of bracket. So for the list, you can see list for this example, this one. So it can consist of the number and also the string. So it doesn't matter if you want to store the number or the string in one type of list, it is okay. And for this list variable, it will start on 0 index. So Alia is in the 0 index, and then Yusuf is in the index 1, the first index, and then 23 is in the index 3, and etc. So this is all of the types of list that you can use for the variable. And okay, now we will go on to the exercise or onto the practical learning. So I want you guys to open your Google Colab. Okay, open your Google Colab, and then you click on the text, and then you name it like creating list variable. Okay, I want to delete this one. Okay, so we will start first our okay, Muhammad Hafiz list array. Yes, this is like an array. you can use it. And then so we can see you. I hope you guys are following with me. So because for the slides, I will give you the slides, but it's not all of the details are in the slides. So only the specific, like the theory, I will give to you guys. But the training or the practical training, it won't be provided in the slides that I will be that I will give to you. So I hope that you guys can follow up the practical learning and then save it on your own Google Colab. Alright. Okay, so we will go on. So we are going to create our first list variable. So we name the variable such as list, or you guys can name it other things, so you guys won't be confused with it. For example, we name it fruits. Okay. So to create a list variable, you guys need to use this type of bracket, and then I'm going to use this. Okay, so I'm going to insert my first data, which is apple. Okay, comma, and then I'm going to insert like grape, and then I'm going to insert orange. So why don't we insert our own like Malaysian fruit, rambutan? Okay. I hope for you guys who are fasting, you guys are okay with this. It's not a problem. Okay. So this is the variable, the list variables that we have already initialized. We have already inserted all the data inside. So in order for you guys to like give an output or to print the data that you have, you like press enter, and then print. Oh, okay, print the name of the variables that you have given, that you have give. Okay, so after you have create this, click on the play button. Oh, okay. You can also like click on shift enter. It will do the same thing for you guys. Okay, it takes sometimes it takes a lot of like a little time to execute it. We will wait for a while. Okay, now we already have the list of the data that we have stored inside the fruits variable. So we have apple, grape, orange, rambutan, banana. So there's a lot of things that you can do by using this list variable. For example, if you want to give like the name of your students, you want to start the name of your students inside, so you can use this variable. Okay, we will go on to our next lesson. So this next lesson will actually give you the way for you to like pick the specific data that you wanted to print out or you wanted to give an output. Okay, so for example, we will use the same thing. Okay, I will just type it back so you guys can follow up. Great. Okay, orange. Okay, so time. Okay, I'll just make this 4 datas inside my fruits variable. So if you guys wanted to pick up a specific data that you want to show, you're going to use the index. So like I have told you guys before, the first data here in the array, it is placed in the index 0 index, and then this one is displayed in the index 1, and then this one is placed in index 2, and etc. So in order for you guys to pick the specific data, you guys need to print to show, to give an output, and then you guys have to write the specific the name of your variable, and then to insert, okay, you insert the number of the index that you want. For example, if I want, okay, grape, so I'm going to insert the index 1. Okay, sorry. So we use shift enter. Alright, so it pick up the specific data that I wanted, so it will show the grape. So this is how you guys actually select the data that you want to show as an output. Alright, so okay, that is on how you guys actually pick a specific data which is only consists of only one data. So how about if you guys wanted to show a range of data? So there's like a specific way for you guys. So I'm going to like use these tags. Right. Wait, hold on. Okay, just alright. So it is called slicing. Oh, hold on. Okay. Alright. Okay. Slicing and ranged indexing. So after you guys have click on the text, then it is on how to organize your codes inside the Google Colab. So you click on the coding for your next code, for your next programming. So for example, if I wanted to do like name, so I initialize a new variable. So I'm going to insert like my name, Fatima. So I'm going to insert like, okay, Carrie. I'm going to insert yes, for now we will focus on how to select arranged in the list variable. So I'm going to select what Nisa. I'm going to select what else? Amalina, yes. So this is the data that I have sort in my variable. So for example, if I want to have arranged, I want to like not only one specific data that I want. For example, I want to like choose 4, or maybe choose like 2, my name and also Carrie. So there is a specific way for you guys to do it. So we're going to create an output by using print. Okay, and then type your variable. So my variable name is name, and then you need to use this in order for you to specify the range that you wanted to choose. So for example, if I want to choose only 2 items or only 2 name, for example my name Fatima and also Carrie, so I'm going to choose 2, so which means only 2 items that I'm going to select for my variable. Okay, and then I'm going to execute it. Shift enter. Alright, so only 2 names or 2 items are selected. So this is one way for you guys to do it. But for example, if you don't want to start from the first item, you wanted to start from for example like the 3rd item. So alright, for example, I'm going to add more data inside. So I'm going to choose like Adil. So this will not start from 0, so you can actually determine on which item for you to start. And also we have Amirul. Okay, so the way for you guys to do it is print to create your own output. and then type your variable name, and then I will, okay, for example, I wanted to start from Misa. So Misa is the third item inside my variable, so I will select 3. Okay, so I will determine the range that I wanted to. So I'm going to end it with Fadil. So Fadil is inside 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is the 5 item inside my variable. So I'm going to select 5. So we will see, Shift Enter. Okay, so we will see that hold on. So, oh, okay, for this one, for example, if I wanted to select from Misa, so I need to initialize it from 2. So it will skip, because by using this range, it will actually skip the first item. So for example, I want from Misa, it is the third item. So I need to write 2, because in this range, it will skip the first item. For example, Misa. So I need to start from 2 in order to have Misa, Amalina, and end it with 5. So it will end from Fadil. Okay. So it is for Misa, it is index number or element. No, it is not considering the index number. It is considering the item or the element inside your variable. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is the number item of that you have inside. Okay. All right. So for you guys to determine your range, okay, it is called indexing, but it actually start by using the number of the elements that you have inside. This is on how you determine the range. But if you wanted to like specify only one type of data that you want to get from your variable, this one, it will start by using the index. Like this one is 0, 1, 2, 3. So it is simple. It's in that way. Okay. All right. A more way for you to like understand, to view it, because I think it's quite confusing. Um, all right, it's quite confusing. Okay, for you to understand easier, so this is the first index, 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is in the index. Okay, remember index 0, 1, 2, 3. So it will still start from the 0 index here, 0, 1, 2, 3. But this is the first item, second item, third item, and fourth item. So for you to determine the range, you guys need to think of it as an item. So for example, I want to have 2 items, so I need to, starting from 0, so I need to like write 2 here. But if you, the picture is not clear. Okay, I hope that Hazwani, maybe you can refresh your your link, the link that I've given. Okay. The specific way. All right. Okay. So that is how for, okay, if I want to only select like 2 items, so I just select the range starting from 0 until 2, starting from the 0 index, and then ends it with the I mean like only 2 items it will be selected, so it is easier for you to understand. So for example, if you want to have like 2 items or 2 data that you only want to print it out as an output, so you just write 2. So okay, so this is how exactly you guys wanted to print the range that you guys wanted to create. So if you guys don't understand, or it is not, oh, the wording is too small. Okay. content. Hold on. Try to wait. It's too small. This is not. How to wait. So I cannot actually like increase the or maximize the coding that I have inside. So I need to maximize it by clicking this um, customize it from here. Okay. Okay. Alright, so everything is good. So we will continue with our lesson. So I want you guys to go to the next lesson. Add another text. Oh wait, starting from here. So add another text. So okay, so we will try to go on to the next lesson, which is indexing from why okay, alright, indexing from the last item. So which means that we will start selecting from the last item or the last information that we have in our variable. Okay, so add another code. Alright, so I will use maybe okay, maybe you guys can just like copy from the from this one. Maybe okay, so just copy from it, and I want to show you guys on how to select it from the last item that you have. For example, this is the last item that you have. So in order for you to choose it, click enter. To create an output, you type print. Print is always for creating an output. So print, and then you type your variable name, and then you select. For example, I want the last item that I have, -1. So this is how you choose your last item. So after you have typed this, shift enter. So this is my last item. So the last item will come out as an output. So if you want to have the second last item, you just type -2. So it will start from the back, and it will go on until the beginning of the item that you have. So this is one of the ways that you can use to select the items in your variable. Okay. So are you guys okay? Or you need me to repeat on any places, or you want to view? I'll give you some time to view, and then you guys can just tell me in the chat box. Okay. Right. So this is the way for you guys to select from the last item. Right now, there's another way for you guys to select your item or to change the item that you have in the list of the variable that you have created. So I'm going to name it using text. Just like ignore this stuff. Okay. Oh, sorry. So I'm going to name it changed. Okay, change, all is good. Change item value by index. Okay. So this one, remember, by index. So by index, which means that this consists of you to think about it as index 0, start it from the first item, which is 0, 1, 2, 3. So okay, click your new code. Alright, so for example, I want to make a list. It's like the same. Maybe I wanted like fruits, same example, apple, and then like orange, and then banana, and then strawberry maybe. Okay, so this is my list of variables that I have. So I wanted to change, for example, I don't want orange, so I wanted to change to another type of fruits or another type of data that I have. So click enter. Okay, so you're going to like use the list and then use this the bracket, and then I'm going to like change orange because I don't want it to be in my list or in the variable that I've created. So I'm going to choose it because okay, orange is in the first index, so this is 0 index, first index, 1 index, index 1. So I'm going to select orange. I don't want it, so I'm going to replace it with something else. So for example, guava, maybe guava. So I want to replace orange with guava. So to create an output, print the name of variable that I have. Okay, so I'm going to execute it. Alright, so it changed it. So my data has been changed. So I have created, or I have changed, eliminate the orange and replace it with guava. So this is how you actually change the item or replace the item that you have by using this method. Alright, so you have a lots of data and you want to like change it, you can use this way for you guys to manipulate the data that you have. Okay, but instead of like changing it, you wanted to delete the item that you have in the variable that you have created. So there's another way for you guys to delete the item that you wanted. So I'm going to name it named the process, the coding, as deleting the items, the item, the specific item value by using index. Okay, alright, let's create new code. Okay, so I'm going to like take only the same list so it's easier. So this list, copy, gonna paste it here. Okay, so in order for you guys to delete a specific item that you don't want anymore to be stored in your variable, so you click enter and then use del. That's it. Del is, it stands for delete. So you use del and then you type the name of the variable that you have created, that you have. So for example, for mine is list, and then you can start selecting the index or the item that you wanted to delete. So for example, if I want to delete maybe I wanted to delete banana, so I'm just going to select, it is 0, 1, 2, so it is the index 2, so I'm going to write 2. Okay, so print. Okay, I'll show you guys, for you guys to like create an output, there's one way you guys can, there's two ways you guys can use print and then list. Okay, type the name of your variable, or you can just like write the variable list. We'll see. Okay, so that works. So you guys can use del to delete the specific item by using the index. So the banana is already deleted or eliminated. So I only have like 3 items inside my variable. And there is like 2 ways for you guys to create your own output. You can use print, or you can just type the name of the variable. Okay. So I'm going to show you like these methods. There are lots of these methods that are available in Python. So I'm going to give you guys this list in the slides. So there's a lot of things that you can do. For example, append, which means that you add an element at the end of the list. So I'm going to give you guys an example, and then there is like a clear where you can just remove all of the items or the elements that you have, and then you can like copy, which means that it returns a copy of the list, and then you can count, which means that it returns the number of the elements that you have. And then there is like extend, index, insert, pop, remove, reverse, which means that it reverses the order of the list, and etc. You guys can use all of these methods in your list variable to actually change or manipulate your own data. Okay. Okay, everyone is good? So I'm going to delete this one. So wait. Set the text. Okay, so I want you guys to add a new text where I will give you guys an example on how to use the list methods that we have. Okay, so I'm going to write example. So I'm going to choose the append method where you can add an element at the end of the list. Okay, so create a new code. So for example, if I have a variable, maybe it's easy for me just to name it as numbers, and then I'm going to choose like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is the list of my variables, and then I'm going to like add another variable at the end of the list. So I'm going to use numbers, which is my variable name, and then I'm going to put dot append. This is how you use the list methods that you have. So for example, I'm going to add 6 at the end of the list. So I'm going to choose 6. So probably just type numbers and then shift enter. So that is the list. So if you guys can see here, so in my variable it has added the number 6 at the end of the numbers variable. So this is how you actually use the list method. For example, here is append. In order for you add a specific item at the end of the list. Okay, so I hope you guys can understand the list variable before we go on to the next variable that we have, the next type of variables that we are going to learn. So the next thing that we have is tuple. So tuple is like an array, so it is ordered same as list, and then it is indexed and unchangeable, and you can just like duplicate the members, and also, but the difference is it use the round brackets. So you guys can see here it is using the round brackets. Okay, the concept is the same. It is using the index. So this is the 0 index, the index 1, index 2, index 3. So okay, I'm going to show you guys by using this example on how to, it is the same, but you guys can see here that it consists of string and also numbers. So you guys can try. Probably you guys can, maybe for my example, you guys can actually change it maybe according to your own preference. For example, if you guys want another type of variable, so it could actually help you guys to remember and learn more. Okay. So okay, I'm going to like tuple example. Okay. Okay, this is, for example, maybe I'm going to write like close. Oh wait, it's not really. What else? Maybe just write data. Okay. So data, for example, I have like purse. Okay. And then I have gold. And then I have like a number, maybe 120. And I have like probably maybe I can use like proton. Yes. So okay, so this list, the tuple list that I have, so it is the same. You guys can just click enter and just create your own output, print, or you guys can okay, print data, oh sorry, print data, or you guys can just like type data. Okay, shift enter. Okay, it's the same thing. So this is on how you use the tuple. And then this is like, okay, only 1p. Okay, so basically it is like a training or practice for you guys. It is almost the same as the list variable. So I'm going like to make a revision or like a revise on the methods that we use the same thing in this variable. So for example, if you want to use the, click this one, okay, index, by using the index, it's the same. Okay, index. So enter new code, and then I'm just going to like copy. Okay, copy this. Just copy it, paste, and then for by playing an index, it is the way for you guys to actually select a specific item that you wanted to show an output. So I'm just going to like print, then data. It's the same. You just like select the index that you wanted, and then for example, I want to use select proton, so I'm going to like key in the index and then shift enter. So show proton. So it is the same as list variable. Okay. So alright. So we are going to like revise again on how to create the range that you wanted to show. So create the new text, so slicing and ranging. Okay, so it is the same. So I'm going to like use the same variable. Okay, so it is the same way for you guys to create the range. For example, print tuple, print data. Okay, and then just a little experiment. If you guys like select from 0, okay, if you guys understand it as an index, if you select 0, you see the result. Shift enter. There is no output. Okay, so it doesn't mean that it starts from the first it start by using the index method. So if you understand it by using index, 0 is here. So by selecting the ranging, you can see if I type 0, it doesn't like give any output. And if I wanted to select the first, like select the ranged, maybe probably the second. Okay. Print data, and then just like I want just only 2 items. Shift enter. Okay, so that is the 2 items that I have inside my variable. So it's the same. It's the same way for you guys to select, for you guys to create a range, and for you guys to actually start it from the end of the element that you have. So we're going to revise it. Create a new text. So this is the time where you, while you are following up with me, you create your own type of variables that you have, your own data, and then you can just experience or experiment with it. Okay. So for example, use the same, or maybe I'll just like make it just use the same stuff. Okay. So I want to select the last items. It's the same thing. So data, and then I want maybe the second last item. Okay. Right. That's it. So that is the way how you execute or select the data that you have. Okay. So if you guys can see here, it is the same. For example, if you want to change the item that you have, so it is the same way as you make up with the make it with the list variable. Okay. Okay. Alright. So here is the tuple methods that you have. There's 2 tuple methods. You can use the count, where it returns the number of times a specified value occurs in a tuple. So for example, if you have 2 types of data which are the same, so by using count, it can actually gives you on how many times, or like how many times that data has been repeated in the variable that you have. So this is the index, where it searches the tuple for a specified value, and then it returns the position of where it was found. So by using index is where you can like identify a specific data. For example, I want to find apple, so I can use the index in order to search where it is placed in my variable. Okay. So now we can see, we can do an example on how to execute a tuple method. Tuple method. Example 1. Okay. Select a new code. So for example, I'm going to use the count tuple method. So tuple, or I cannot, okay, tuple. Okay, for example, I'm going to select 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to repeat it 1, 2, 3, and then repeat it again 1, 2, 3. Okay, so in order to use the tuple method, it is the same as the list variable. So I'm going to type the name of my variable, tuple, and then I'm going to use the tuple method, which is the count. So I want to see on how many there is number 1 inside my variable. So I'm going to type 1. Okay. So okay, see. Let's execute it. Okay. So it returns the number of the how many times the number 1 is actually repeated inside my variable. Alright, so that is how you identify how much, for example here, number 1 is inside my variable. And then we can go on to example 2. Okay, for example, if you your variable, it consists of not only number, so it consists of also a string or maybe strings. So we're going to type apple, going to type like grape, and then maybe 23, or and also strawberry, probably, yes. So it's the same. Okay, I'm going to like add, because all of them are only one type of data, so I'm going to add 23, so I can see on how many 23 is repeated inside my variable. So it's the same. If you want to like identify how many strawberry or string it is located inside your variable, you can just use the same method. So maybe I can like strawberry. Okay. So strawberry. Okay. So for example, I want to know how many strawberry inside strawberry. Okay. This is list. Okay. My variable name is list here. Okay. So execute it. So it's 2. So it can identify the string or the numbers that you have inside by using the count tuple method. Okay. So if you guys are okay, or you guys have any questions, is it okay? Alright, I will proceed with our lesson. So now we will go on to the dictionary variable. You can see that it is also arrays, but the thing about dictionary, it is not ordered. So it is unordered, but it is also index changeable. So, and for this dictionary, you cannot duplicate the members. So this is how you write your dictionary variable. For example, the name is my dictionary, and then you have your own data here. For example, you have a brand named Ford, and then you also have a model named Mustang, and then you create the information like year it is created is in 1964. Okay. So it is the same for you guys to actually create an output for this one. It is the same thing. So okay, dictionary example. Create a new code. Okay. So for example, I'm going to execute it like my car. That is the name of my variable. So you see it doesn't use the same bracket, it uses this type of bracket. So it is not the same as you guys creating a list, and also as you guys creating a tuple here. Tuple use this type of bracket. So for dictionary, it uses this type of bracket, and then I'm going to start like my brand. Okay, maybe I don't really know about cars, so I'm just going to follow with the example. Ford. If you guys expect like expert in cars, you guys can actually change the data that you have inside the dictionary. So I'm going to choose Mustang also. Yeah. And then year. Year. Yeah. Okay, dictionary 1964. Okay. So this is how you write your dictionary variable. So 64. It's okay. Alright. So this is how you actually specify. You have a brand name Ford, and the model is the Mustang, and then the year it is created is in 1964. And then the way it is the same way for you guys to print the output. For example, my car, or you guys can use print. So shift enter. Yes, it is shown as an output. So it is the same method, but the way of your writing the variable is different. So okay, but alright, a specific way for you guys to actually obtain the data that you have in dictionary. I mean, like, you want to access the item that you have. Maybe another text. Okay. No. Okay. Let's delete this. Okay. Dictionary. Okay. Accessing item. Okay. So write a new code. Alright. Okay. So I'm going to use the same. I'm going to like just type it. So just maybe help you guys to follow up. Same thing. Brand Ford and okay. Okay. It's a Mustang. Then year. Okay. 1964. It's the same. It's the same variable. Variable list, and then the way for you to obtain or access the specific item that you want is by write your variable name. For example, mine is my car, and then you use dot get, so you guys can obtain the specific variable that you wanted. So for example, I want to obtain what type of brand that I have. So I'm going to type brand. I want to know what brand is stored in my variable, and then try to obtain it. See for a while. Okay, so I obtained my brand, which is Ford. So by using this dictionary, you can actually like start the name that you wanted to specify for your item. For example, like brand, I want to specify my brand as Ford, and the year is 1964, and etc. So in order for you guys to use dictionary, it is this way, because it is specifically useful for you guys to name the item that you have, and then you can just grab or access it by just type the thing or the item that you want. For example, I want to know the brand. What is the brand? So I just type the brand. So it will give me the Ford, the name of the brand. So it is the Ford. So this is the advantage of using dictionary variable. And there is a specific way for you to actually change. So it is different for you to change the item, the value of the item. So I'm going to name it changed value item. Okay. So I hope you guys are okay. So I'm going to like use the same. You guys can just copy and paste. And then I want to change the item. Okay, in dictionary, if you want to change the item, you just have to like type your variable name. For me it's my car, and then you put in a bracket on which type of item that you want to change. For example, I want to change the year, so I'm going to write the year, and then I'm going to specify it to 2018. So this is the way how you change your value of your item value inside by using this type of method. So I'm going to print my car. Okay, so shift enter. Okay, hold on. Change it. Oh yes, okay. So as you can see, I used the print my car, so it just totally print out the latest one, the updated one. So you can see here in the year, it is written 2018 instead of 1964. Okay. So besides that, there is another way for you guys to know the length of your dictionary. For example, if you want to know like how many data that is stored in your variable, there is another way for you guys to do it. You click another text. It is named getting dictionary length. It is simple. Okay, so for example, it's the same. I'm going to use the same thing, my car variable, and then in order for you to know the length or the amount of item or data that you have inside your dictionary variable, you just print and use this function, which is length. So I enter my variable name, which is my car. Okay, so this length will actually identify or give you the information on how many items that is stored in my car variable. So it shows 3 output, which is true, where I have brand Ford, which is the first item, model Mustang, which is the second item, and also year 1964, which is the third item. So this is how you actually get the number of items that you have inside your variable. Okay. Alright. So we're going to like make it more interesting by adding items inside your dictionary. So on how to actually add items inside your dictionary. So I'm going to name it adding items. So for example, if you already have the data or you already have the information on how many workers that you have, and then you have like a new worker, so this is how you actually add the name of your new worker. So I'm going to name it workers. So maybe I'm going to like, okay, HR. HR. So who's the HR in your company? So I'm going to like Aina. Wait, it has to have this Aina. Okay. So then I'm going to like type the sales department. So who is allocated in your sales department? For example, we have aware, and then you in R&D you have like okay, so this is the specific departments that you have in your company, and then For example, if you want to create a new department and also you want to enter the name of your new worker, so I'm going to write workers, and then I'm going to add a new department, probably I don't know, maybe like I just like create marketing. Maybe it is a specific separate department from sales. Okay, depends. And then I'm going to write a new worker name. For example, I want to have Lim. Maybe Lim, yes. So this is how you actually add an item inside your dictionary, and then I'm going to print my dictionary. Print. So I have write out my variable, which is workers. Okay, and then shift enter. So you can see that marketing name is actually added inside my variable. So this is how actually you add an items inside your dictionary. Okay, so I'm going to show you the dictionary methods that we have. Okay, this is the dictionary methods that we have. For example, this is the clear where it is the same. You remove all of the items or the elements that you have from the dictionary, and then you can copy, and then you can like returns the value of the specific key that you have. I'm going to give you an example for this one. And then you have the items, which returns a list containing a tuple for each key value pair. So I'm going to give you guys these slides on this list, so you guys can practice more on using all of these dictionary methods. So don't worry about that. So we will proceed on our next example. Select text and then name it dictionary get. I'm going to use the get method. Example. So as you can see, the get method, I'm going to use the get method. So you can see that get method, it is used to return the value of the specific key. So you can see what does that really mean. Okay, for example, I'm going to like have a name. The name of my variable is user ID. Okay, so I'm going to like specify or initialize the ID for my workers. For example, okay, this is the ID for, maybe I'll just like select one of your name. Okay, Serene. Right, this is Serene's ID, and then we have Haziq. So this is Haziq's ID. Okay, specifying Haziq, and then we have Nora Shikin. So maybe I just type Shikin, and then a specific ID 382, or any ID that you have. Shikin. Okay, so this is the list of my dictionary variable, the items that I have, and then I want to get the ID. So I want to know this ID belongs to which person. So I want to know it. I want to get the information. So name, user ID dot get. So I'm going to like probably select 950. Okay, so we'll see. Or there is a invalid syntax. Okay, hold on. See why? I think it's fine. Mm-hmm. Let's see. See, okay. It's not because of this. Wait. Maybe I try. So okay, hold on. I'll try to figure out why not this. Okay. Oh, sorry, sorry. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, so it's the wrong bracket. Sorry. Okay. Alright, yes. You guys are correct. Yes, the bracket is wrong. Okay. Alright, so eliminate there first. We proceed with this one. Okay. So this is how you get the specific ID for the person that you wanted. Okay, thank you very much. So you can see that this is how you get the specific ID. And then there's another way for you guys to actually like for example, if you are not sure whether the ID is inside or your variable or not, you can I try to like create another one so you guys can see the difference. Okay. So okay, for example, okay, it's the same variable. So I have 590, 950, and also 382. But for example, if I'm not sure what ID is available inside my name user ID variable, so I'm going to just like guessing. Maybe I have 45 ID. So I mean I have the ID of 45. So there's another way for you to know whether the ID is inside the variable or not. So you type this. Okay, and then you type like, for example, unavailable. Okay, so this is an example when I do not know what type of ID is inside the variable. So I want to check whether it is available or not. So if it is available inside the name user ID, so it will give the name of the workers. But if it is not available, the ID is not stored in the variable, so it will give you this unavailable output. Okay, you guys can see. So if you want to change it, like for example I say 950, or okay, maybe we get like 382 is available. It is the ID that I want. So Shiken will come out. Right. So this is another way for you guys. For example, you are not sure whether the ID or whether the data or the item that you have is inside the variable or not. You can actually like add another command here where you can say that if this ID is not available, execute this one. So you will know that the ID is not consists inside of the variable that you have created. Alright. Alright. So you guys are good? Okay. So we will proceed next. So we will go on to the set. So I think I need to go a little bit fast. So there is the next one is the set, where it is also arrays, but yes, it's the same as dictionary, which is it is not ordered, but it is also unindexed. And the same thing, it cannot duplicate the members that it has. So this is the same way you creating a dictionary variable. So for set, you also have to use the Z bracket here. So and then you have to the same thing. If you want to create an output, you can just like print, for example, the name of the variable is my set. The same thing. Okay, I just go on with this. I will just explain to you guys. This is the way for you guys to actually change the way the data is written. So you can see that this is apple, banana, cherry, and then you just use the for function, and then you just print it out, and then it turns out the way the data or the items that you have, it is ordered in a different way. Maybe I have to give you guys, or give you guys to do it by yourself to see. Okay, we'll go on for a while. So I just say set accessing item. Okay. Code. Alright, so for example, I want say my set the name of my variable, and then use the z bracket, and then you type apple, same thing, apple, banana, and then cherry. Okay, I want you guys to see how does it work. And then I'll use for to create a loop. Okay, to create a loop for x, so I'm going to print the x. It is located in the my set variable, and then to print x. Okay, shift enter. Okay, you guys can see the position of the items and also the order of the items, it is changed. Okay, so we're going to see on how we're going to add a new item inside our variable. So select text, name it, so you guys won't be confused after this. You guys can actually refer to your own Google Colab for all of the practices that we have done. So I want it to be more organized, so you guys need to like type a text so you know the what is the coding is for. So I'm going to like use the same thing. Okay, my set. Okay, it's the same variable, and then I want to add a new one, a new data, a new item. So my set dot add. This is the way how you want to add a new item inside your set. So I'm going to choose orange. Okay, and then just like type my set. Okay, so orange is added inside my set variable. Alright, but there is the way for you guys to add only one data inside your variable. So how you actually want to add more? You have a lot of items that you want to add, so name it add multiple items. Okay, so use the same thing, the same variable, and then the way for you guys to actually add multiple variables is by using update. So this update will actually helps you guys to enter a lot of items inside your variable. So I'm going to add use enter a bracket, and then it's going we're going to add a new variable, a new item inside the variable. So this is orange, and then you're going to add like rambutan, and then you're going to add like star fruit maybe, and then yeah, lots of more items that you can add. And then same thing, you can whether you can like type print or just type the name of your variable, shift enter. So all of those items are added. So this is the way how you add items inside your set variable. Okay, so I'm going just to show you this because you have done it before. So this is how you actually determine on the number of items or the length that you have inside your set. So it is the same thing. And then, alright, this is how you are going to remove or delete your item. There is many ways for the set variable for you to delete an item. You can actually use remove, or you can use discard, and also you can also use pop to delete the specific item that you want it to. For example, this is banana, and then you can use it to delete the item. We just do once, so you guys can save it inside your Google Colab. Okay, maybe I type remove item using remove or discard or pop. Okay, so select a new code. Okay, so for example, just take the same example, and then you use my set dot remove. So for example, I want to remove cherry, and then okay, that is how you use the remove function. So you can remove the item. So type my set. Okay, so shift enter. So the cherry is removed. Alright, so this is the way how you want to use, or how do you want to remove the item inside your set variable. So I hope that you guys follow the text, so you guys can know what type of function that you can use to remove the item. It is remove, discard, and also pop. Alright, so this is the way for you guys to actually clear or empty your set, the whole set that you have. So you can just type my set, which is the name of the variable, and dot clear, and all of the sets, all the data that you have inside your variable is gone. So this is how you clear all of the set. Right, so this is also another way for you to actually delete the whole set that you have, not the specific item that you have. And then you can just type the same thing as the previous example in the other type of variable, which is you can just type tell the name of your variable my set. So all of the set, the whole set is deleted. Right, so I'm going to give you guys the set methods that you can use. It's a lot of set methods. So you can actually add, you can actually clear, that we have showed you the example before, and you can copy and know the difference between your sets and etc. Okay, so we're going to go to the next section, which is section 3. So we're going to go on to the operators. If you guys are familiar with operators, it is the constructs which can actually manipulate the values that you have. For example, if you want to add a number, or you want to minus the items or the number that you have. So this is the types of operators that you can do. Alright, so this is the way how you actually write the operator. For example, you want to add addition, so you type x plus y, or you want to subtract x minus y. And this is the way for you to use in Python for division and also for modulus, and then for you to have the exponentiation and also the floor division. So this is the way for you to use in Python. And then this is also the shortcut. I would like to call it as a shortcut that you can do in your Python. So for example, if you want, this is the same thing. If you want to set the variable x as 5, you want to enter the 5 data inside this inside this x variable. And for example, if you want to actually add more. For example, x it is equal to 5, and then you want to add 3 inside. So this x is equals to 5, so 5 is going to plus with 3. So this is a shortcut that you can do. So you can just type x plus equal to 3. So it's going to be the same as x equals to x plus 3. So this is a shortcut you guys can use in Python. So it is the same for the other operators. I'm going to give you guys this. And also this is the comparison that you can do. This is the shortcut. Right. So you guys can see that you can know that this is the comparison operators, and then this is the logical operators where you want to know whether the statements are true or not. This is an AND, which means that true will be true, or maybe true false will be true. Yes. And then not, which means that you want to know the opposite result. So this is the identity operators that you can use. It is the is or is not operator, where you can identify, or for is it returns true if both variables are the same object, and if for is not, it returns true if both variables are not the same object. So this is the identity operators. So this is the membership operators, where you can see the first one is in operator, where it returns true if a sequence with a specific value is present in the object. So you want to know whether the object is occurred or not, it is inside or not in the object, in the value that you have, in the object that you have. For example, the value is available or not inside the object that you have. For example, the value is x, and you want to know whether it is available or not inside y. So this is the opposite, not in. So you want to know whether it is, you want to like identify whether it is not present in the object that you have. So this is the bitwise operator. So you guys can just go through on it in the slides. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys an example. A calculator. We're going to create our own calculator. Okay, so hold on. Okay, so I'm going to add text. Delete this. Okay, click. Okay, calculator example. So this is very unique. You are going to create your own calculator. So I hope you guys are following. Okay. So Alim, so can I ask, in set for adding, they will print the items with ascending order according to the first alphabet. Set item. Set for adding. So if you guys can see, you mean in the set variable, right? For this one, no, it does not print out it in ascending order. You guys can see that it is like random. So you can see that when you add an item inside your set variable, you can see that when it printed out, the set is printed out in random order. So you can see this is apple, banana, cherry, and then I'm adding orange, and then you can see here it starts with C, but you see this is B, banana. So it is not according to the first alphabet. Yes. Okay. So we're going to go on with our calculator example. So we're going to use the adding operator. So I hope you guys are following with me. So for example, I have the first number, and then I want to get an input from my user. I want to have an input for my user, so I'm going to like put input, and then alright, Ali, you're welcome. So I'm going to write input, and then I'm going to write enter a number. Okay, enter a number. So I want my user to actually enter the first number that it wanted to, that he or she want to. So this is the first one, and then I'm going to initialize the operator for the operator. So I want my user to determine whether it want to add, or it want to subtract, or it want to actually multiply the number that he has. So for example, enter an operator. Okay. Right, so I'm going to get the second number from the user, input, enter the second number. Okay. So all of these variables are used to get an input from the user. And then okay, so because okay, I'm going to like speed up because I don't think we have time, so I'm going to give this example so you guys can actually also learn the if else, the hold on, I'm going to show you. So this is how you, this example you're going to learn on how to use the operator and also to use the if else statement, the control structure. Okay, so I'll hold on to this and then show you the slide first so you guys can understand the control structure. So the control structure, it is consists of a condition, which is like the if else statements. So you're going to like if to write like if statements. So for example, if b equals to an a equals is larger than a, so it is going to print that b is greater than a. So this is how you're going to use the if else statement. Okay, I'm going to focus on that first. So probably I'm going to just use two types of operator. So for the first one is if. We're going to use if. Okay, if the operator that is entered by the user is equal to plus. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to print the first number plus the second number. Okay, that is for the first operator. So the second, we're going to use elif operator. It is equals to minus. Then we're going to print number 2 minus with number number 1 minus with number number 2 minus with number 1, or probably like depends on you if you want like number 1 minus number 2 or number 2 minus number 1. It depends on you. Yes, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to like create this third one just like else. Probably it enters, and you're going to just use the two types of operator, and then else if it types other stuff, other things, other operators or other stuff, and then I'm going to just like do invalid operator. Okay, so if you guys want to have like this multiplication, so you guys can just add elif operator, change this to the multiplication operator. So this is how we are going to do it. So execute it. Okay, else there's like, okay, I know this. Okay, alright, So this is how your user is going to enter a number. So for example, I'm going to add 12, and then I'm going to add 13. So what I'm going to do with it, for example, I want to plus, add it. Hold on, invalid operator. Plus. I'll check for a while. Maybe I'll try to change it first. Maybe just like change this. Okay. Okay. I try again. Oh. Okay. My mistake. Okay, sorry. 12. It's the second one is an operator. I enter it wrong. Okay. So enter an operator. So the second number is 13. Thank you, Misa. So hold on. Change it. Okay, slow lagi. 1 plus 2. Okay, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with the coding. So supposedly 1 plus 2 is equals to 3, and it shows 12. Okay, maybe I'll try back again for this example. I'm going to give you in the slides because there is no time. The time. Okay. I'll try to do it again, and then I'll show you guys the coding inside the slides, so you guys can follow the right coding. Alright, I'm sorry for that. Okay. I'll take note on this. So actually, this is the way for you guys to actually do the operator. So you can just type plus and then minus, and then for this type of codings, I'll see what is the problem with it, and I'll give to you guys the correct one. Alright. I'm sorry for that. So okay, you can see there is also one of the examples for you to use the if-else statement, and then you can see that this is also the way for you to use it. Is this the same? And then this is the and or statement, which means that you want to make a condition where, for example, A is larger than B and also C is larger than A. So you want both of these to be true. So if both of this is true, this if statement will be executed. So this will be executed. Okay. Print both conditions are true. Alright. So this is the nested if, which means that you have another if inside your if statement. So this is the way how you use it. If equals to x larger than 10. So print above 10. So you have another if which states that x is larger than 20. So it's going to print and also above 20. So if not, else it's going to print but not above 20. Alright, so we're going to I'm going to give you guys the exercise. I will see how much is left. Okay, for this exercise I'm going to give you guys so you guys can try at home. So we're going to proceed. Okay, So we're going to proceed. The next one is the loop. So the loop is actually used for you to control the statement's change execution from its normal sequence. For this, there is like two type loop command. So there is while loops and also for loops. So in the while loops, it is execute a set of statements as long as the condition is true. This one, I'm sorry, it is as long as a condition is true. So this is the example. Print as long as I is less than 6. So I equals to 1. For example, and then you're going to use while, and then I is less than 6. So as long as I is less than 6, this while loop is going to keep on looping. So this is how you use while in Python programming. And then this is the break statement where you actually wanted to stop the while from looping. So we can see that it is to stop the loop even if the while condition is true. So for example, I initialize I is equals to 1, and then I use the while loop. For example, when I is less than 6, we're going to print the I. But if I is equals to 3, then the loop will be broken, and then if it is not equals to 3, then the I will be keep on adding. So I plus 1. I equals to I plus 1. Okay. Alright. So this is in the while. You can also use the else statement. It is to run a block of code once the condition is no longer true. So it is the way for you to write it is this way. You initialize it the same as I equals to 1, and then while I is less than 6, and then you print the I, and then you keep on adding the I variable. And but if the if the condition is no longer true, you want to block it, you can use else and then print. For example, I is no longer less than 6. So it will block the while loop, so the while loop will stop when the condition is false. So I'm going to give you guys this exercise so you guys can actually do the same thing. But it is, for example here, it is less than 6, then you guys can try to do it maybe less than 10, or maybe more than a specific range. You guys can try to do it. Okay. So this is the for loops. So the for loop is used for iterating over a sequence. For example, you have a sequence into your list variable or your tuple variable, your dictionary variable, and then for example, you have this variable fruits, which is equal to apple, banana, cherry, and then you can use for. Give this an example. Try for loop. Okay. Okay. For example, fruits goes to apple. Okay. You can see this is one way that you guys can do to use the for condition. Fruits. Okay. Print X. Okay, this is one of examples that you guys can do to use for. And then I'm going just to show you guys the same thing. You guys can also use the break statement inside for. So you guys can just use the break statement so you guys can stop the for loop before it has looped through all items. So it is the same as while. So you guys can use break so it will stop the for from looping. So here we can see we also have continue statement where it stops the current iteration of the loop and continue with the next. So for example, if you want, maybe we can do this one. Just try. I'm sorry, I'm going to take a little time from you guys to give this example. Fruits. Okay, this is the for loop. And then if you guys going to like to, if you don't want, for example, I have another, make it more, rambutan. Okay, and then if, for example, if I don't want banana, so if x is equals to banana, and then I want to continue, we'll see what happens. Continue, and then print x. Okay, you guys can see that it eliminated banana from the variable. So you can see by using continue, if x equals to banana, this is the item that I want to eliminate. I can use continue, and then banana is not in the list anymore. Alright. So okay, this is also a function that you can use, which is the range function, which is it loops through a set of code a specified number of times. So it returns a sequence of numbers starting from 0 by default. So I'll give you guys this slide, and then you guys can try at home. Okay. So this is our last section. I'm going to take a few moments from you. I'm very sorry. So I'm just going to go through to it. So function is actually a block of organized reusable code that is used to perform a particular action. So this is one of the examples of built-in functions in Python. So you guys are familiar with this: print, length, input, integer you can try, range, and also set. So you guys can see here, this is how you call or you create a function. It is by using def, which stands for definition. So def hello. So for example, you want it to print hello world. So when you have already initialized your function, when you want to call it, you can just type the name of the function, hello bracket, and then you can see that the output is hello world. So okay, so this is the same thing, the way you want to create a function. Okay, this is alright. Okay, so in order for you guys, I'll just go through on one type of function, and then I'll give you guys the slide so you guys can go through the other types of functions, how you're going to use the function. And then okay, I'm going to give you guys some of the exercise, so you guys can just like do all of this exercise to practice more on Python, and that's it. Right. So make sure that you guys save your Google Colab so that all of the practices that you have done is saved, and then that's it. Alright. Okay. So I hope you guys could follow up with this online training, and don't worry, I'll give you guys the slides. So if you guys have not yet registered through our website, so it is better for you guys to register, and I will give you guys the slide through email. Okay, I just like okay. Okay, you guys can go here to register, type Robopreneur. Okay. And then type select training, and then this one, online Python training. Okay, so you guys can register here and enter your phone number and also your email, and I will email you the slides. Okay, so for you guys who are interested for many more online training, so you guys can just go to our website. It will be updated. So after Raya, we will also have another online training which specifically focusing on data analysis. So the date will be informed in our website. So if you guys are interested, you guys can go on check later on. And then okay, I hope you guys are doing good. Yes, I hope you guys are doing good, and happy fasting and also happy Raya in advance. And I hope you apply all of the knowledge that you have through the applications or anything that you wanted to do, so that you will understand more on Python. So good luck and see you guys soon. Goodbye.